Hey all, so just picking up where I left off on that last video. So I've set up my digital learning day. I should note too that this is not the exact lesson I'm going to use for March 3rd. This is just an example I've done. I taught commas already. I just wanted to use them as a reference point for this one. So once again, I wanted to use my digital learning day for instruction, not grading. And I just want a way to track how my students are actually responding to that instruction. Now, obviously, I can tell the next day who did it and who didn't, just based on their results in class. But I actually want to be able to track data-wise, just who's logging in and who isn't. The way to go is to click on Options up at the top and Student Completion. Now, student completion rules just give me the ability to set rules that students must follow just in order to move forward in the class. If I click Add Requirement, up pop my directions. I can choose which one I want to do, but I want directions first. Notice the only option they give me on pages is view the item. If I was doing something graded, it would give me more options. For instance, it might say member must submit. Like if I gave them a quiz, I might just require them to take it once. I could set it so that they have to score a certain amount, maybe an 8 out of 10 or higher, which would allow them to take it until they get that score. Those options are up to you. But for instruction, I just want to make sure that they're viewing it. I'm going to add one more requirement because I had two parts to my lesson. It's the video, member must view the item. There's this other option that says requirements must be completed in sequential order. If you check that, it means that students have to follow them step by step, which is an immensely powerful tool. But a couple of teachers and I have recognized that this can be a little bit buggy. So for this lesson, I'm not going to mess with it. If you feel like that's beneficial for your lesson, try it out. Just know that you're doing it at your own risk. I think Schoology has some bugs to figure out with that function. I'm going to hit Save Changes. And now if I click Student Progress, what this tells me is which of my students have done nothing with those 0%. Obviously, my students have done nothing so far because I just posted it. I assume that if they do one of the two requirements, it'll pop up as a 50%. Once they do both requirements, it'll pop up as 100. What that tells me the next day is who did nothing, who did part of the lesson, and who did all of it. Are there ways around it? Sure, certainly. Students can simply click on these things and click off, right? But I at least want to know which of my students are popping in to do something that I required them to do. And that helps me as a teacher to know where my students are at with digital learning days too. Anyways, that's what I would recommend, especially if you are planning to use your digital learning day for instruction instead of piling graded work on students. Just wanted you to know what tools you can use to do so. Once again, come see me if you'd like some help or coaching as you set up your lesson. I especially love making my own screencast videos for instruction. We'll see what I end up doing for March 3rd as I look at my lesson plans. Anyways, thank you. I hope this was helpful. I'll see you at our meeting.